$1,000 barely rents a room in many Western cities. In these 10 countries, it can cover a home, food, transport, healthcare, and still leave money over. These budgets cover one person on a long-term local lease outside premium tourist areas, including ordinary living and a small healthcare allowance. Flights, deposits, visa fees, major treatment and luxury spending are excluded. Treat every figure as a planning range. Number 1. Malaysia. Penang is the target, especially the neighborhoods beyond Georgetown's most tourist-heavy blocks. This is not the cheapest country on the list, but it may offer the smoothest landing. English is widely spoken, the infrastructure works, and excellent food can cost less than cooking. A furnished one-bedroom can run from $350 to $450. Add around $50 for utilities, $110 for groceries, $90 for hawker meals and local restaurants, $35 for transport, $20 for fast internet, and roughly $70 for routine healthcare and leisure. That puts a sensible monthly total between $750 and $900, leaving around $100 to $250. The reward is a genuinely comfortable daily life, strong private clinics, reliable internet, and one of Asia's best food scenes. The trade-off is humidity, heavy air conditioning use, and a visa system that separates easy visiting from genuine long-term residence. Eligible remote workers can investigate the Durantau Pass, while Malaysia, my second home, demands far more capital than this monthly budget suggests. So Malaysia passes the lifestyle test. But the next country can be cheaper, more social, and easier to navigate without a car. Number 2. Thailand. Chiang Mai remains the obvious base, provided you avoid the most fashionable parts of Niman and do not price your life like a permanent holiday. A modern studio or modest one-bedroom in Sandatham or farther from the old city may cost $300 to $400. Utilities can reach $50, groceries around $90, local meals another $90, transport $30, internet $20, and healthcare plus leisure around $80. The realistic total is roughly $700 to $850. That leaves $150 to $300 for savings, a weekend trip, or the month when something costs more than expected. Chiang Mai delivers cafes, markets, respected private hospitals, and an established international community. But there is one catch that no cheap rent calculation should hide: smoke season. From roughly late February into April, air quality can become bad enough to drive some long-stay residents out of the city. Many nationalities receive short visa-exempt stays. The destination, Thailand visa, can offer eligible remote workers and other qualifying visitors much longer periods, but it comes with its own evidence and financial requirements. A cheap life does not automatically create a legal right to stay. And keep one number in mind: $300. Later, one country can leave roughly that much while offering eligible visitors almost a full year without a visa. First, there is a place where the climate barely changes and the budget drops again. Number 3. Colombia. Skip Medellin's most international neighborhoods and look toward Pereira and the coffee region. The payoff is spring-like weather, green mountain scenery, and prices that have not been pushed as high by foreign demand. A furnished apartment in a sensible residential area can cost between $275 and $375. Utilities may be $40, groceries around $90, regular local lunches $80, buses and taxis $30, internet $20, and routine healthcare plus leisure around $70. That produces a monthly range of roughly $600 to $780, leaving $220 to $400. The lifestyle is calmer than Medellin, and Pereira has the services needed for ordinary daily life. The compromises are limited English, uneven safety from one neighborhood to another, and specialist healthcare that may require travel to a larger center. Many visitors can receive up to 90 days initially, but a tourist stamp is not residency. Pensioners and other applicants need the correct Colombian visa and must meet its separate income and document rules. For a scouting trip, reliable mobile data is useful before the taxi even leaves the airport. The Saley eSIM link is below if you want to compare that option. Colombia wins on climate and scenery. The next country is less polished, but its legal route may be more interesting than its tourist image. Number 4. Paraguay. Asunción gives the best balance of low costs and useful services. Encarnación can be cheaper, but the capital is the safer first base for someone testing the country. Allow $300 to $400 for a furnished one-bedroom, $40 for utilities, $120 for groceries, $70 for local meals, $20 for buses, $25 for internet, and around $70 for healthcare and modest leisure. That brings the total to about $620 to $800, leaving $200 to $380. Paraguay is relaxed, friendly, and still largely absent from the standard expat circuit. That helps preserve the value. The downside is ferocious summer heat, patchy public transport, and fewer cultural options than a larger Latin American capital. Private clinics can handle routine care, but serious treatment may require better facilities elsewhere. The old claim that anyone can arrive and jump straight into easy permanent residency is outdated. Under the current system, the standard route begins with temporary residence and only later moves to permanent status. It can still be practical, but it is a process, not a loophole. If Paraguay feels too far off the map, the next country brings the budget into the European Union, with one major seasonal expense to watch. Number 5. Bulgaria. Bansko is the value play. Plovdiv is better for year-round city life, but usually costs more. In Bansko, the winning move is an annual lease, not a short ski season rental. Budget around $300 to $400 for a furnished apartment, an annual average of $60 for utilities, $120 for groceries, $70 for local restaurants, $20 for transport, $20 for internet, and about $80 for healthcare and leisure. That places a normal month around $650 to $850, leaving $150 to $350. Winter heating can push the total higher, and a ski pass is not hiding inside this budget. In return, Bansko offers mountain air, fast internet, hiking, and a ready-made remote worker community. It is safe and walkable, but also small. Anyone who needs a major city social life may feel the walls closing in after a few months. Bulgaria is now fully inside the Schengen system. European Union citizens have different rights from non-European visitors, while many non-European passport holders are limited to 90 days in any 180 across the Schengen area. Staying longer normally requires an appropriate long-stay visa and residence basis. For deeper country reports and practical visa guides, Horizon Insider is linked below. We are halfway through, and the cheapest monthly total is still ahead. But the country with the lowest price also carries the biggest infrastructure compromise on this list. Number 6. Egypt. Dahab offers the fantasy: Red Sea mornings, desert evenings, and a walkable town where $1,000 can feel unusually large. It is also the entry where a beautiful monthly budget can hide real practical limits. A simple, comfortable apartment may cost $250 to $350. Add $30 for utilities, $70 for groceries, $60 for eating out, $15 for local rides, $20 for internet, and around $80 for healthcare and leisure. The total can land between $525 and $700, leaving $300 to $475. That is the strongest surplus so far, but Dahab is remote. Routine care is available locally. A serious medical issue may mean traveling to Sharm el-Sheikh or Cairo. Internet and housing quality also vary more than the headline prices suggest, so inspecting a property matters. Tourist e-visas commonly cover short visits of up to 30 days for eligible travelers. Longer stays and formal residence are separate immigration matters, so Dahab works best for someone prepared to investigate the rules before treating a holiday town as a permanent home. If you want to test a neighborhood before signing a lease, short-stay options can be compared through the Expedia link below. Egypt offers the biggest cash cushion. The next country gives up the beach, but replaces it with culture, food, and an everyday cost base Bali can no longer match. Number 7. Indonesia. The location is Yogyakarta, not Bali. This is Java's cultural heart. Busy enough to stay interesting, cheaper than the famous islands, and surrounded by temples, art, and local food. A furnished apartment or small house may run $250 to $350. Utilities can be $35, groceries $80, local meals $60, a motorbike around $50, internet $25, and healthcare plus leisure roughly $70. That creates a total between $570 and $700, leaving $300 to $430. Yogyakarta suits someone who wants an Indonesian life rather than an expat bubble. The trade-offs are tropical heat, heavy traffic, less English outside visitor areas, and specialist healthcare that may be stronger in a larger city. There is also an important correction to many outdated guides. Indonesia's standard electronic visa on arrival allows a stay of up to 30 days and can normally be extended once for another 30. Other longer stay permits exist for people who qualify, but a low monthly budget alone is not one of those qualifications. Yogyakarta is richer culturally than it is administratively simple. The next country flips that equation, giving many nationalities one of the easiest entry periods anywhere on the list. Number 8. Georgia. Kutaisi offers the best budget. Tbilisi has more jobs, hospitals, and nightlife, while Batumi carries more seasonal rent risk. Kutaisi keeps the numbers cleaner. Allow $275 to $350 for rent, $50 for utilities averaged across the year, $100 for groceries, $75 for restaurants, $20 for transport, $20 for internet, and around $80 for healthcare and leisure. That puts the total near $620 to $750, leaving $250 to $380. Georgia adds excellent food, dramatic landscapes, and a strong safety reputation. The compromise is that healthcare is much better in Tbilisi than in smaller cities, and winter utility bills can bite. The major advantage is entry. Citizens of many listed countries can stay visa-free for 1 full year. But that permission is not the same as tax residence, permanent residence, or unrestricted work rights. Those questions must be checked separately for your circumstances. Georgia can also require indirect flights, so the Kiwi link below is there if you want to compare routes without turning this into a sales pitch. That 1-year access is difficult to beat. Yet the next country gives American viewers the same headline advantage with a Mediterranean coast, provided they do not make one expensive summer mistake. Number 9. Albania. Choose Vlore over Central Sarande for a year-round budget. Saranda looks spectacular, but high-season rents can destroy a $1,000 plan almost overnight. With an annual lease away from the seafront, rent may run $350 to $450. Add $45 for utilities, $100 for groceries, $80 for local dining, $25 for transport, $20 for internet, and around $80 for healthcare and leisure. That produces a realistic total of roughly $700 to $850, leaving $150 to $300. The reward is a Mediterranean rhythm without Italian or Greek pricing. Beaches, cafes, fresh food, and a slower daily pace. The catch is developing infrastructure, reduced winter services, and healthcare that may require Tirana for anything complex. United States citizens can currently stay in Albania for up to 1 year without applying for a residence permit. Many other nationalities face shorter limits, and tourist permission still does not create formal residence. Check the rule attached to your own passport. Albania is the coastal bargain with the easiest headline stay for Americans. But the final country offers the strongest all-round lifestyle and the weakest retirement solution. Number 10. Vietnam. Da Nang is the pick, with Hoi An close enough for evenings and weekend trips. The value comes from combining a real city, a long beach, improving private healthcare, and some of the best inexpensive food anywhere. A modern one-bedroom a few blocks back from the beach may cost $350 to $450. Utilities can be $50, groceries $90, frequent local meals $80, a motorbike $50, internet $15, and healthcare plus leisure around $80. That places the total between $700 and $820, leaving $180 to $300. Da Nang is not the cheapest entry. It wins because the compromise feels smaller. The city is modern, The airport is close, the mountains are behind you, and Hoi An is on the doorstep. Safety is generally strong and private care is improving, though comprehensive insurance and major treatment sit outside this budget. Now the catch. Vietnam's electronic visa can be valid for up to 90 days, with single or multiple entry. Vietnam still does not offer a simple retirement visa, and repeatedly leaving and reapplying should not be confused with legal long-term residence. A durable stay normally needs an eligible basis such as work, investment, or family sponsorship. That visa gap is the only reason Vietnam is not an automatic answer. On pure day-to-day value, Da Nang may still be the strongest complete lifestyle in this entire list. So which trade-off would you accept? Chiang Mai's smoke, Albania's summer rents, or Vietnam's visa problem? Put your country and your reason in the comments.